Hi guys, thank you for joining me this morning for our Jesus is Risen Part 4. We only have one more tomorrow. Today we're going to talk about the Doubting Thomas story, which I know a lot of you already know. It's a great story to talk about. But before we get going, I want to do our highs and our lows. So I hope as a family you go through and do your highs and lows and pray about it. So my high is that I had a really good run this morning. It felt great. My low is that my dog is still sick, but there is now a silver lining. We did get into the doctor for tomorrow morning. So I'll keep you posted. Our story today, I'm going to read out of the Spark Story Bible. And it is in John chapter 20, verses 24 through 31. Now, this occurs after Jesus has shown himself to the disciples. He showed up in a locked room because everybody was very fearful and very frightened, and showed them his hands and showed them his feet, and they believed that he was resurrected. But Thomas, who was called the twin, one of the 12, was not with them when Jesus came. So the other disciples told him, "We have seen the Lord." But he said to them, "Unless I see the mark of the nails in his hands, and put my finger in the mark of the nails, and my hand in his side, I will not believe." A week later, his disciples were again in the house, and Thomas was with them. Although the doors were shut, Jesus came and stood among them, and said, "Peace be with you." Then he said to Thomas, "Put your finger here and see my hands. Reach out your hand and put it in my side. Do not doubt, but believe." Thomas answered him, "My Lord and my God." Jesus said to him, "Have you believed because you have seen me? Blessed are those who have not seen and yet come to believe." So this story is somewhat well known because so many of us relate to it. How many times have you heard of something miraculous happening and then said, "Where's your proof?" Everybody wants proof. It's kind of a human condition. We tend to like to know the facts behind things. It's hard just to have straight belief. And Thomas was exactly like that. But here's the key. Jesus didn't get angry. Jesus didn't get irritated. He didn't get annoyed. Jesus wasn't upset. He wasn't offended. Jesus showed up and said, "Here, look at my hands. Look at my side. I want you to believe." And then Thomas did believe because he then had the proof he needed. Jesus knew he needed that, and so he gave it to him. Now, one thing Jesus does say is he says, "Blessed are those who believe without seeing," or who believe without proof. And it sounds like that's the place we're being put in, huh? Now, Jesus still knows it's hard for us to believe without proof. And the reality is, we can't possibly get to mature faith without questioning, without disbelieving once in a while and getting past that. So, in order to mature in our faith, we must confront those feelings and talk about them and go through it. It's the only way to become really faithful. So next time you are doubting something or you're not believing something, it's okay. Talk about it. Jesus won't get mad. No one else will either. Everybody doubts at times, just like Thomas doubted. And you will be reassured, just like Jesus reassured Thomas. Now, for our craft/activity for the day, there is one other force that is all around our houses that we don't see, but we know is there. So I want you to play with that. So get a kite, get a windsock, get just a big flag. You can make a big flag with material and a stick, and go out and see what kind of things you can do to play with the wind. It's a force you can't see. You wouldn't believe it, until you actually feel it. Just like you might not believe God is there until you feel it. So have fun, go play with the wind, fly a kite. And we'll end with prayers and blessings. So dear God, I pray that everybody who is watching this and everybody who is battling with COVID-19 or as a healthcare worker or essential worker, I pray that all those people have your peace and your comfort and your healing. Amen. Blessings to you. Parents, bless your kids. Kids, bless your parents. Have a great day.